Well, hello. We're here, finally. Sorry for the delay. Technical difficulties are a thing here. Always has been, always will be. But welcome along, everyone, to this month's wonderful Sunday service where we gather together to raise the vibrations, send out love, and uplift the universe by bringing proof of survival and a little bit of philosophical interlude and an awful lot of healing. So welcome along, everyone, for those of you that join us. And let's get started by saying that it's time to meet a very, very special lady who has stepped in right at the very last minute to help us out here. We had a bit of a cancellation, a bit of a panic mode, but a hero always rises from the flames. So welcome our hero for the day and our medium and good friend. Welcome, Sarah McGecky. Hello, can you hear us? Please hear us. Oh, joy.
Hi.
Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Oh, here we are. There is a little bit of a delay there. I hope it doesn't continue. Can you hear us? Are you here? Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Nick. I'm here and I can hear you. So, yeah, I hope you can hear me.
Fabulous. Absolutely. There's a very, very tiny delay, but we're not going to try and fix that. We'll just deal with it because that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So thank you for stepping in, Sarah. How are you and what have you been up to?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I've had my granddaughter all weekend. So yeah, that's a little joy in my heart. So, yeah.
Oh, bless you. And in terms of work, for those that follow you will know you've been a little bit busy. But for anyone who's never seen you before, you've been up to some stuff, haven't you? This is your opportunity to give a nice little shameless plug. So go for it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have heard of Insight Timer. I've been accepted as a teacher on Insight Timer. So I'm across there doing lives and lives mediumship and live tarot readings. So yeah, so that's sort of really excited, and that's on that front. Myself personally, I continue to grow. I continue to educate myself. I continue to garner knowledge. So yeah, I'm where I'm meant to be.
Absolutely, yes, and well done for being accepted as a teacher. It's absolutely brilliant stuff and well deserved too. So welcome along and thank you for joining us. Let's welcome our first recipient for the evening or the afternoon rather as well. I've got a service this afternoon myself, so I'm getting into the style of already speaking in advance. Let's welcome first through the door. She was, bless her heart, always nice and early when she remembers the time. Carol, are you there?
I am. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. You had a good weekend?
Yeah, not too bad. Relaxing.
That's the main thing. Excellent. Well, welcome along. And next to be welcomed to the screen is the lovely Emma. Can you hear us? Are you there?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Excellent. Are you having such a wonderful warm weekend?
I was actually out shopping when I got this call, so I haven't done shopping yet.
Shopping will be there, mediumship won't. So there you go. Well, welcome along and thank you for stepping in as a recipient on the reserve list. Yeah. Very, very kind of you and welcome. And I'm going to pause on our third recipient a moment because I've just seen the camera go off again. So let's jump over a second. As I say, of course, no service would be the same on a Sunday without a reading and the lady who's pulled together everyone. So please welcome Kaza. Are you there?
I am here. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. You've definitely had a busy afternoon. I know that for sure. Definitely. Now we are going to try it. I can't see her on the camera, bless her, even though it is active, but we'll give her one last ask to see if she can hear us. Joy, can you hear us, darling? And that's the 5-second delay. Oh, bless her heart. I will keep checking in and seeing if she comes up on the screen. But if not, well, we'll just get through and prove survival anyway. Friends, as we are gathered here in this moment, and I'm sure, if I remember rightly, Joy couldn't hear us, but I know she will know that this is the time for sending out. Oh, she's dropped off now, bless her heart. Now is the time where we send out our thoughts to start this service, to gather together, to set the ball rolling. And so, friends, let's join together and open this afternoon in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Divine Universal Source, we thank you. We thank you for this opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under banner of love, of hope, and of friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is eternal. As we place this service in your care and keeping, dear Lord, we make the statement as ever, that everything we do and everything that is done will be done in love, truth, and in light. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, friends. There we go. Back switcheroonie. A few buttons pressed here and there. I hope I don't break the system. So now is the time in our service when we've got some notices to mention in terms of what's going on up and coming. We've got a massive month because we're now segueing into July, and there's just so much going on. We have got, of course, Reverend Jean Pearson, and all things being equal and lots of healing prayers sent out, we hope that she will be joined by Rev Tony Swindles as well at the end of this month in the Village Hall. The following day, we've got the now annual trip to Walsingham to the Healing Shrine in Norfolk the next morning. So we're very much looking forward to that. It's going to be a wonderful week. It's going to be blooming busy, I'll say that much for sure. But I can't wait. And I know we've got a familiar face traveling from across the border down south to come and see us that week as well. So that's another exciting part of it. There is other things going on that week that I can't talk about now. It's a big surprise. And it's also a secret. But please stay tuned because it's going to be magical, and I very much look forward to the time when I can reveal the details of it. But that will be closer to the time. Additionally, in terms of July, we've got our usual workshops, we've got our monthly workshops, and we've got a divine service every Thursday in the Village Hall. We are furiously working to try and fix the technical issues of the lives on a Thursday night. I'm so sorry to everyone who's missed them. They will be back. I'll be in the world of spirit before I give up on trying to fix it. So it will be back, and I'm putting pressure on certain things to get it sorted. So there we are. Lots going on this month, and hopefully the technical issues will be resolved, and we'll be back streaming for you on Thursday nights as soon as possible, because the wider community of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance is a very loved, dearly loved part of the community, and we want to do the best we can for you. So I haven't given up, I promise. So there we are. And I think that segues nicely. It's my new word. I've ditched my other words for this month, and segue is now my favorite word. I think that's a nice segue into the philosophy piece. And I haven't got a lot to say this week, but it's very much in keeping with what I've just been talking about never giving up. It's easy to want to. It's easy to feel like you need to. And it's so easy to think that every last move you make could be a failure. That's very human. And it doesn't matter whether you are a beginner. It doesn't matter whether you've been doing it 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. There will always be moments where you are trialed, troubled, concerned, and uncertain. And that is something that is part of life itself. And becoming a medium, becoming a spiritualist doesn't change the fact that you're human. But to give up is to allow yourself to think that you are not worthy. Everyone's worthy and everyone is equal. I read a comment on that stage the other day. So I mentioned something about all people being equal, and there was a quote thrown into the mix and in reply in regards to Orwell's Animal Farm. Everyone is equal, but some are more equal than others. I can understand why it was used, and I can tend to agree with that, but I also think on the grander scheme, we all have to strive to be equal with each other, to bring each other up in times of difficulty, and to aid each other in stepping forward into life. It's never going to be easy, and you're not going to please everyone, but you just have to keep trying, because as I've said to someone about a week ago, the alternative is too horrible to think about. So friends, no matter whether it's the heat or life or people or just confusion and misunderstandings, never give up trying, because the minute you do, it's something too horrible to consider. And I know that as a spiritualist and within this way of life, there's one thing that always helps: each other and spirit. So thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. And so now, whilst I catch up on the chat and see who else is about, let's now jump over to Kaza. If I can just change the screen to make sure you can see her, for this week's reading. And if I drag you over there you are.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Nick. Today's reading is what does he mean to you? You could describe him as a source of strength or a source of comfort, feeling loving arms wrapped around you in times of need. A father figure. Even feel his presence when you want some quiet time to reflect on everyday life. Maybe God's hand is what you need to help you out of a dark place. Maybe it was his voice you heard, keep going. Maybe when you help another person, it's his voice you hear, go and help that stranger. They need a listening ear. Everyone is walking their own different path. So what does God mean to you? That is your answer, and only yours. Maybe God means more to you now than he did 20 years ago. Have you needed him more so now than you did before? God is there for everyone. He'll never turn his back. And he'll never leave you still looking for answers. Take a few moments to think about what God means to you. Do you feel him closer? Do you speak to him on a daily or weekly basis? God isn't just available when you go to church. He's around every day. When I was a child, the God I knew was a man with a long white beard sitting on a fluffy cloud in the sky. But as we grow, as we learn, as we love, and we experience life more, he can be a lot more personal and meaningful than the picture I once had in my mind. There are times in the past that I've questioned him. Why did he take my loved one from me? Why did he let me struggle at times? But now I look back and I understand that several doors were opened. So, what does this say about spirituality? How does it apply to us? It reminds us that you don't have to be in a place of worship. You don't have to be in a church. Even when you pray, you can pray anywhere. You can pray in the car, pray in the house, pray in the bath. It's how we care for others and how we know that God is there through the good times and also in the bad times. So I'll ask you the question again. What does God mean to you? Thank you, Nick. If Nick is still there. Maybe Nick's dropped off.
Nick's still here. Sorry about that. I was just sending a message to someone, and hopefully the fact that she heard us means I will now ask the question. Joy, can you hear us?
Yes.
your wonderful reading, Kaz, has not only inspired, but it's also brought joy back. Wonderful.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Welcome, Joy. Thank you for being so tenacious. And Kaza, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful reading there. Absolutely agree with you 100%. And everybody is also, I'm sure, in agreement. I saw the rapturous applause as I was trying to text feverishly there to Joy. Hello to everyone online. I have been sharing your comments. I will just say hello to Linda. Hi, Mum. Hello to Reverend Trace. Hello to Robert Carter. Hello, Bobby. Welcome along. Hello to Eunice. And also, I don't know whether people saw this message. I want to bring it up because this plays completely into what we've just heard and what we are about to do. And that is this comment here from our mate, Chris. Don't want to interrupt the proceedings. You're not. You're part of them. But listening from my hospital bed, awaiting an emergency operation in 2 hours. So say a prayer. My friend, we certainly will. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. I've been sending ever since I heard all morning, and I certainly will make sure that your name is in the healing list, which is where we're going next. So, Chris, mate, we are thinking of you. We are sending out for you like Billy O, and we love you dearly. So please, please, please do as the doctors tell you. And be absolutely well, and we will be including you in that healing for certain, my friend. So hello, Joy from Linda. You got a yay. Bobby, bless his heart. Hello and beautiful reading. And Eunice, absolutely, Kaza there as well. So friends, I did say it's now time to send out some healing. We've got our first name in the list. It is, of course, our friend Chris Knoll. Also, could we send some thoughts out to Sherry Ann? Because she was going to be with us today. She wasn't able to make it for personal reasons. So that's where I'll leave that, but say stick her in the list. And hello, Glenda. All the way. We are now a global sensation. We are joined by Australia, so at least we know the signal is getting through now. We also got healing prayers for Chris, and Eunice says, Chris, bless you, everything Nick just said. Absolutely. So there we are. It's time for the healing thoughts, and it's time for the healing prayers. So let me change my screen so I don't mess it up. Friends, as we gather, let's send out our thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering in the need of comfort. This is your opportunity to comment in the chat, and I'll bring it up on the screen at the same time, where you can add the names of all that you know who are sick and suffering in the need of comfort. We will have around about 3 minutes to send out those thoughts. Please remember to include yourselves, your loved ones, and also spare a thought for those that are struggling, uncertain, or unsure. Send healing to those who you are caring for. Send healing to those that you've never met before. And send healing to those with whom you have no connection at all. Because it is only through sending healing can the world be healed. And so now, to guide us through that healing process, please listen along and say the words, if you will, to our healing prayer.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, divine source of the universe and great Creator. Here we bring unto you all those listed in all the healing books throughout the land. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. We ask for them now. Now.
And we are back. And so's Joy. Thank you, everyone, for sending out your healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering in need of comfort. Thank you for all of you joining in at home and sharing your comments. I put it on autoplay on the screen so I could join in. Thank you all so very, very much. And if it's okay with you, Chris, if you're still watching, my friend, when we get updates from the lovely Yvonne, we will share them with everyone watching as well, mate. So God bless you and healing on the way. And so now, friends, is the time in a service where I will now hand over the rest of the afternoon and sit behind the background playing and pressing buttons, because we are going to hand over to our lovely medium for the afternoon, the wonderful Sarah. Let me change the screen so we can see each other a bit better. That's more like it. I will now hand over and say welcome everyone, our medium, the lovely Sarah McGee.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll start, because when I was brushing my teeth earlier on, I got a saying in my head, and I know it's for someone here. Okay. Does anyone ever remember the saying, I must increase my bust with the exercises? I'm really sorry, but okay. Right. I had no idea who said it, and I thought it was the exercise lady on morning TV, but it apparently wasn't, because I did Google it. And it's from a book from my childhood, so I'm assuming everyone else here would know it as well, called Are You Listening, God? It's Me, Margaret. So I believe that this lady is Margaret that I have. Okay? That's the name of the book, and it was Judy Bloom wrote it. So it might be Judy as well, but I believe it's a Margaret I have here. So I have this lady stepping forward, who I believe, as I say, if she's not Margaret, someone's certainly around called Margaret. Okay, so I have this lady, and I want to say that she wasn't very old when she passed. And I want to say she was a believer. She was brought up, I want to say Catholic for some reason, but she was definitely brought up within the church. So she was a believer. And when she passed, she was a believer as well. And what she's actually wanting to come forward and say is she believed in, again, in heaven and hell. And she wants to say it's nothing like that. Now, I do believe I keep looking at Carol. She did put her hand up, but I did keep looking at Carol. Does the name Margaret mean anything to you, Carol?
It does. My mum had a really good friend called Margaret.
Okay. Okay. And obviously she would have been, I want to say, I'm going back to the 70s. For some reason, I'm going back to the 70s. Now, she didn't pass in the 70s, but I want to go back to the 70s with memories, if that makes sense. So you would remember this lady best from the 70s. Would I be correct in saying that?
No, not her, but you
Okay.
also said that whoever this was passed young. And
Yes,
I have a young friend from the 70s, and she passed young.
Okay, okay.
Not sure if Margaret's in her family.
Okay, well, I'm certainly going back, as I say, to I want to say late 70s. But the memories is going back to that, if that makes sense. So I'm getting childhood memories from this lady. I'm getting going out hopscotch. I'm getting skipping. I'm getting just a childhood back then, if that makes sense. Do you understand that? And I'm also getting a big, and I want to say big because it would be at least a couple of feet tall, a brown teddy bear that meant something.
I had a huge big teddy bear that was bought for me.
An overly sized brown teddy bear that meant an awful lot. Okay, and I'm also getting a black cat, not a real life black cat, but like a teddy bear black cat, and it's sitting on its belly with its paws out the front. That's the style of, it's not sitting up, it's sitting with its paws out the front. This lady seems to be all into childhood memories at the moment, Carol. It's like you either need to start thinking of the good times, or she's coming forward to tell you that you're living maybe too much in the past. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Tell me what else. Okay. She's making me very, very aware of my digestive tract from my my rib cage here. So this lady had either she had problems or you, but I believe it was her, had problems with her digestive tract around here. Does
that would have come with her illness that she passed with.
Okay. Well, as I say, she's making me very, very aware of that sort of area. Okay. In fact, the pain's even going through to my back. So as I say, she was in considerable pain. Okay. She doesn't want to dwell on that, because this lady was I want to say she was happy-go-lucky in her nature, and in a funny sort of way, she accepted that and she just got, that was her. She when it came down to it, Carol, I want to say she thought more of other people's reaction to her being ill than her own. She accepted it for herself, but she couldn't accept it for her family. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
brave.
Okay. Okay. So what's this message that? Okay. Do you? She's taken me again back to this area. Now I know this area because I myself have a hiatus hernia there. So she's making me, as I say, very, very aware of that sort of pain. Although thankfully I haven't got it at the moment, but that sort of pain. Do you have sort of that sort of? I don't know. It could even be an ulcer or something. But I just feel that you're really stressing at the moment, and you're feeling it here.
Yes, today the liver problem.
Okay. Well, she's certainly making me aware of this area, and it's for you. But although your liver is more sort of underneath your rib cage and I believe to the right, but I might be wrong. But as I say, it's more here as well. So what she's trying to say is, if you stress less, you won't be in so much pain here, if that makes sense. But she's saying that not only that, but it feels like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. When you do have a problem, it goes over and over in your mind, and she's saying that's not good for you. That's not good for you, and this is taking its toll on you this way, if that makes sense. She's also talking. Do you understand a story about a pair of slippers? This is going to sound silly, but a pair of slippers. There's something about a pair of slippers that how on earth am I getting a pair of slippers? And it looks like older lady slippers. Have someone recently given you a pair of slippers and they're too old for you, Carol?
I have big feet. Really silly, but I have to buy men's slippers, and they're always older looking. And I've always wanted a fancy pair of slippers.
Okay. Well, she thinks this is hilarious. It's like you've got a really old-fashioned pair of slippers on your feet, and you're plodding along. She's showing you that you're plodding along in these slippers, looking at them as if to say, "Only me," sort of thing. And she thinks this is absolutely hilarious. Okay. Okay, well, she's just saying that she's been with you on this journey, and she's seeing that there has been, over this past, I want to say 18 months or so, there's been such a big difference in you personally, that she's with you, if that makes sense, and she's seeing this. However taxing, it's life altering, we know God's way leads us home to him. Oh, that's lovely, Chris. So yeah, basically, that's all she wants to say. She just wants you to know that she is with you, and when you do need strength, to pull on her strength, because if nothing else, this lady had a lot of inner strength. Again, as I say, it was, she pulled on this inner strength when she needed it, and she wants to hand it to you, basically. Does a white rose mean anything to you, Carol? Because she's standing holding a white rose, a single white rose.
Yes, Yorkshire.
Okay. I don't know what it's for, but as I say, she's standing holding.
To do with her, the white rose.
Okay. Well, as I say, she's standing handing you a white rose. Normally, I don't get gifts, but for some reason, she's giving you that. So I hope that made some sort of sense, and thank you so much for working with me, Carol.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're
welcome.
Beautiful. Bless your heart. Wonderful. Right, let's bring everyone back on. Joy, can you hear us now?
No.
I've sent her a link for her mobile phone if she can hear us but can't answer. I know she's seen it, but it's in your WhatsApp, love. So Sarah, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. As you're talking, I have got a pain over one eye, like the start of a migraine. But I don't actually believe that this is a migraine. I'm getting the word aneurysm. So I believe I have I want to say a lady here who passed with a, is it a lady? I'm getting mixed energies here. Okay, right. This person, I'm going to say, passed, I believe, either with an aneurysm or that sort of thing. She showed me an operation to put a balloon in her head. I'm going to say, yeah, I think it's a she. Okay, she showed me this operation, and although it worked for a time, she didn't actually live long after it. Does that make sense to anyone? No.
It all makes sense to me, but it would be a male.
Okay,
I would understand why you would get the mixed. I do understand why you're getting the mixed energy.
Did he have a very feminine way about him?
Whenever he was around me, he would camp it up just for my benefit.
Okay, right. As I say, I'm getting. Did he like to call you she as a joke?
Yes.
Okay, but that's what I'm getting.
Yes.
That's why every time I think of something, I'm getting the word she and it's like I want to raise my shoulders in laughter. That's what I'm trying to do. But actually, I sort of push that to one side because it's quite a serious situation that I was trying to describe, if that makes sense. Okay. I want to say this guy was, I wouldn't say the life and soul of the party, but by God, he could have a laugh. He could really have a laugh when he wanted to. But there was a very serious side to him too. And I want to say serious side when it came to, I want to say studies and things like that. When he was, and I don't mean like university or anything else, but when he took an interest in something, he was like laser focused on it. And that was the serious side. And he wanted to get on in life. He wanted that security behind him. He wanted that little bit of niceties, if that makes sense. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay. He was, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but he was super, and I think this is a saying that he used to say, super or hyper conscious of something. Would that make sense? Super conscious or hyper conscious of
it
something.
Does make sense, yes.
One particular thing. And he was hyper aware of it. He was so aware that, but you had to know him to find out what it was, to know what it was, and it was something that affected him deeply.
Yes.
I'm getting a confused. Right, how do I explain this? I'm not confused, but I'm getting a confused, and I think maybe it's from the aneurysm that I'm getting this confusion. And it was after that, but before he passed, I'm getting an utter confusion. But he still had like a determination about him that people looked up to. Away, it's just a real determination. He had a lovely, as I say, sweet nature, and a laughing, joyful and everything else. But as I say, it's this straight-lacedness about him as well. That
big stuff.
You know, it was like two different people in one shell. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
On. Yes.
Okay.
Really was.
Okay, right. So what else have we got apart from your personality or whatever? I want to get something. Am I right in saying that I got the word something like I can't even say it. Meniere's or Meniere's or
Meniere's.
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 Is that a condition?
Yes,
is
it
that
is.
A condition?
Yeah,
would that be around? Would that be around the
it is actually around this gentleman right now in his family. So yes, I
don't know. I actually thought it was an area that he was, but he's saying no. It's Menieres, Meniere, or something like that. Anyway, he's given me that word, but no idea. I'm going to have to Google it when I come off of here. Okay. I think you've just said your mom's got it.
Yes.
Okay. Is there... Don't ask. Does she suffer from it badly?
Yes.
Okay. Would help if I knew what I was speaking about, but never mind. Okay. Apologies, I'm not sure what. Okay, right. He's also talking about. Do you have memories, or he certainly has a memory of a load of, not kids as such, but older, sort of teenage years in a park. There's something going on in a park, and there's a load of trees over to one side, and there's something going on. There's like a play park over one side, but it's not at the play park, if that makes sense. It's like in this big green area. He's given you a memory of something going on there, and it affected, I want to say, you deeply. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Right. Okay. And did he pass before you went on? You was on this journey. That's talking 20 odd years ago, isn't it? Maybe even more than that.
It was very early on in.
Okay, because he's talking about seeing how you have developed, and you are an entirely different person from back then.
Yeah.
And he's laughing when I said about two different people within him. He's saying, in actual fact, that's a bit like you as well. There's like, and I don't mean that like two different people. How do I explain that? The person back then, people wouldn't recognize as the person now. And he's saying that's such a good thing. He's saying you know where you're going. You've got this, and I want to say greatness about you. That's his words. You've got this greatness about you that you don't realize the impact that you have on people. And he's saying that's such a good thing to. Do you know what I mean? You're not big-headed about it. You're not. Oh God. You're not big-headed about it. You've got this knowledge, and obviously, yes, you share your knowledge and everything else, but he's just saying you don't realize the impact that you have on the people around you, and that to him is what you're here for. Not just you, but anyone's here for. You've got it right, if that makes sense. That's what he's trying to say. It's a really, as I say, to start with, I thought, I wasn't sure what he was saying to start with, but then he came in clear, and that's what he's saying. And he wants you to continue on your path and grow within yourself. And he's saying when those self-doubts kick in, he's laughing and saying, kick them out. Because there's something happened on that grass around that area that really, it gave you an aha moment. Do you understand that? And it gave you the basis of what's happening, of what you are now. That's the only way I can describe it. You'll know personally what it is, but something happened on that, as I say, in that park, that gave you the basis of what you've made of your life now. And that's So does the name Andrew or Andy mean anything to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Would Andy be there too?
Andy was the name of a character he played in one of my plays. And it's very pertinent today.
Okay, because I'm just getting the Andrew only one. Okay. Okay. He just wanted to give you Andrew. I think he wants to remember good times, if that makes sense. Okay, right. Well, I'll leave his love with you, Nick, and thank you so much for working with me. Okay.
Thank you. Bless your heart. I've just, before I bring people back, I just want to say thank you for all of the support, everybody. Yes. Bless you. Thank you. Completely agree. And bless your heart. And bless your heart. Thank you all. Let's get everyone back so I can go and hide in the background again. Oh, Emma, I don't know. Can you hear us, Emma?
Oh, I can hear you.
That's fine. And Joy, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Don't do anything. Don't touch anything. Stay upside down. We can hear you and listen to you. That's fine. Bless you. Good timing. Well done. Over to you again, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you. I was going to laugh and say, has Joy got any Australia links?
Well, ask me if I've got any Australia links.
Yeah, because you're upside down. It's okay.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right. What else have we got here? Okay, I've got this gentleman coming through. Okay, and this was a larger than life character. And I want to say a larger than life character because this man, when he laughed, he didn't just have everyone laughing with him. Everyone heard him laughing from miles around. It was like a big belly laugh, if you know what I mean. He's given me link sausages. I don't know if everyone knows what link sausages is, but sausages that obviously linked together, you know, like you used to get in the butcher shop years ago. And he's given me...
Do you know anybody like that? Yeah. Yeah, Rob said he knows somebody like that.
Okay, right. Well, tell Rob to listen then. Okay, as I say, he's given me this, as I say, this linked sausages. So there's a story about the linked sausages, okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, right. He's also talking about, do you remember the old-fashioned films where you used to see a dog running off with sausages? Do you know what I'm talking about with the...
Yeah.
With the as I say, the old-fashioned butcher shop and the dog stealing the sausages. I've seen it in a film or something, and something's being taken back to that. So there's a story around that Rob will be aware of. Okay, I'm also getting the name Peter. I'm also getting the name something like, I want to say something like Donald, because I just saw an image of Donald Duck. So I'm going to say the name Donald to you, or Donnie maybe, but it's definitely Donald.
Sarah, I used to do an imitation of Donald Duck. So.
Okay. And what about Peter, Joy? I think
Peter, I do know a Peter in the Earth Plane. I used to work for him, yeah.
Okay. Right, as I say, and this gentleman was, again, as I say, he was larger than life. He had, when people laughed, that you didn't know if they were laughing with him or laughing at him, because as I say, his belly would go and his shoulders would go and he would just laugh really loud. And it didn't take much to make him laugh. He would, as I say, he enjoyed, he's showing me, I believe it's like a little tot of whiskey or brandy, or it's dark liquid anyway, so I'm assuming it's whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. And also this gentleman, I want to say he enjoyed his food, and I don't mean he was greedy for food or anything else. He actually enjoyed a nice meal. You know, he enjoyed going out, as I say, and the way he would look at things was he would pay money for good money for a nice meal. You know, he didn't buy much for himself, but he would treat himself to that occasionally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm also talking, this man had a very, I want to say, a deep voice. It's like he didn't talk from his throat. He like talked from his chest. How do I explain that? But he had like a deep, gruff voice. But there was nothing really gruff about him. But he had this deep, gruff voice, if that makes sense. And I'm also getting the smell of like a cigar or a pipe. Not cigarettes, but I'm getting like a cigar
definitely.
Okay. Well, that's the smell that I'm getting. Okay. And he's showing me sitting beside like an open fire. And the chair that he's sitting in is one of those, you know, those chairs with the wooden arms. He's showing me these wooden arms, and he's sitting with his arms on the wooden arms, and there's an ashtray beside him, as I say, but it's not cigarettes. It's not cigarettes. But there's an ashtray beside him. Okay. This man really wasn't a high a high liver, if that makes sense. He was just your average Joe who enjoyed a quiet life. He enjoyed the odd tipple. He enjoyed, as I say, either a pipe or a cigar or something. I believe it's a pipe or something. And that was just him. He just enjoyed an easygoing life. And as I say, but he did enjoy going out for a meal sometimes. As I say, there's not really an awful lot to say about him, because he was very, I want to say he was even-minded. That's, how do I explain that? He wasn't temperamental, and he didn't have a temper, and he was just very
straight,
lax thinking. Do you know what I mean? He was
Rob's
very,
just gone like that, meaning he was straight.
Yeah, he was, and as I say, he didn't say much. Okay, fair enough. If he had something to say, he would say it, and he wouldn't beat around the bush. But there was no malice to this man. He wasn't a big shower of lovey-dovey or anything else like that, but there was certainly no malice to him, and he was just, what you saw was what you got from him, if that makes sense. And he was a good, reliable friend, a good, reliable person. You could knock on his door at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he would take you in, and he would help you out to the best that he could. Again, as I said, that was his personality. Okay, so what was it you would like to say? What would you like to say? Okay. Is Rob a loner? Not what I mean. How do I explain that? Does Rob prefer his own company to other people?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say yes to that.
Yes. Okay. Well, what he's saying is he wants you to get out. He wants you to not just meet other people, but there is a couple of men that you have been sort of friendly with throughout the years that could.
Yeah, correct.
Really,
I can say correct to that.
Okay. But by getting back in contact with them, that could really boost not your confidence. That's a wrong thing to say, but could boost your. I feel that he can be down in the dumps at times. It's like he's got you, he's got the dogs, but he hasn't really got anything much else, if that makes sense. And what I'm trying to say is, if you got in contact with these men again, Rob, I believe that the company would do you the world of good, is what he's trying to say. Does that make some sort of sense, Joy? Sorry.
Yeah, it's spot on, isn't it, Rob? Spot on.
Okay, well, that's what he's here to say. He's here to say that he just feels that you need a bit of brotherly love, if that makes sense. That's the only way I can describe it. A bit of men company, a bit of upliftment. And there's two men, as I say, there's like a group of 3 men I'm seeing. So 2 people plus Rob. I just believe that he would get a bit of upliftment, a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, and just it would take his confidence up a little bit. Or he's
now.
Oh, are you hearing me?
Sound's gone now, Sarah, but you were spot on if you can hear us.
I can hear you. Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I think we done well getting you that far.
No, I'm just going to write him a message.
So.
It held out for as long as to deliver the message.
Exactly.
How spooky is that? Well done, Joy. Thank you. I'll bring everybody else back now. Bless her. We get there in the end. Bless you. And so it's over to you, Sarah. If you feel up for it, because I can see you're getting hot. So if you do want to call time, we'll understand.
I'll see if I can get one more, because I do feel someone around me, but I've got to cool myself down. I don't know if it's not the heat, because it's not hot here today. It's only about 16, 17, so it's not hot. So, right, okay. Okay. I'm being made aware of my own brother, and my own brother's name is called Tyrone. Does anyone know someone called Tyrone? And if not, I'm going to push him to one side, because it maybe just my own brother came in my head for a minute. No, it's not a popular name, is it? Well, it's not Okay, right. So I'm going to push that to one side. Okay. But I do have a gentleman. I do have a gentleman stepping in, okay? And this gentleman wasn't very old, and I want to, by that, I want to say 30s, maybe 40s at a push. Or if he was only in his 30s, he looked a little bit older. Okay, or he had an old head on his shoulders. I want to say he looked a bit older. Okay, right. I've got this gentleman here, and he's showing me like summertime at a beach. There's a lot of people at the beach, but he's showing me him and a friend at the beach, and they have got like flowery, and it is flowery, like boxer shorts, but they're not, they're down to your knees, you know, like swimming trunks down to your knees. He's showing me that, and they're flowers, yellow and blue flowers for some reason. Don't know if that means anything. So he's given me this memory of, as I say, him and another friend on holiday wearing these shorts, and they think it's absolutely hilarious wearing these shorts. And I think it was at a time when men wore blue or whatever, so yellow and blue flowers was a laughing thing. If that does that make sense to anyone? No. I think nope. I was going to say I think you'd frozen, Nick, but you haven't. Right? Okay.
Well, I was just staring.
Okay. Right. So right. Right. Give me something else to go on apart from this. Okay. Right. I've got the name. I've actually got the name Nicholas, and I don't believe it's for you, Nick, but I've got the name Nicholas, okay? So I've got this gentleman showing me on a beach with a friend. I've got the name Nicholas, and I've got the name Stuart. Anyone understand any of those at all? I've got the name Nick, and I've got the Nicholas, and I've got the name Stuart. No? I can tell by your faces that no. Okay. No, that's fine.
May I suggest something, Sarah?
Yeah, go on.
I actually think that is a connection to the message you gave me. So tell him to sod off, because his name is Stuart. My name is Nicholas, and there is a memory of a beach.
Okay.
So tell him thank you. It's appreciated.
No,
I can hear him. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, but
it
no
does
thank
sound
you.
like him again.
Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Hang on. I've just got to cool myself down. I'm really, really hot. I think it's with spirit around me, to be perfectly honest, because I just feel. Right. Okay. Right. Come on. Bring something through this. Okay. Right. Right. They weren't being started off with a song. Okay. The Womble song. Does that mean anything to anyone? The Womble song. Wombles of Wimbledon Common Away.
Yeah.
Carol and. Right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Right. So I've got these Wombles going around singing the Wimbles of Wimbledon Common Away. Okay. Right. So I've got this lady come through. Okay. And this lady had, I want to say she had quite a. When you got to know her, she come across shy until you got to know her. And when you did get to know her, she had a massive personality, but she only showed it to people that she wanted to, if that makes sense. So you were honoured if you saw that part of her. She's telling me that life didn't treat her, I want to say that well, if that makes sense. And she fought her way through life. That's the only way I can describe it. She fought her way through life until she got to a stage when she accepted herself. And once she accepted herself and for who she really was, then she seemed to bloom. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Right. So as I say, I've got this lady, and she's just, my heart's being filled with love. I can feel it just emanating from my chest area. And when this lady loved, by God, she loved. It was like you got her whole heart and soul. And it didn't matter, as I say, whether it was partner-wise, children-wise. And if she loved you, if that makes sense, and you knew it. And she wouldn't just give you things, she would give you herself. That's the only way I can describe the way she's making me feel, okay? Now, this lady was, I want to say she had an independent streak about her, and the independent streak was, I want to say that was the making of her, if that makes sense. But then life made her independent, is what she's saying. Life forced her to realize there was no one else to depend on this life apart from herself. So she had to, and as I say, that was just her way. How she was. I want to also say that she was a caretaker, and I don't mean looking after people for a living. It could have been. But again, as I say, she was a caretaker to the people around her. She always made sure that they had, and even if she had to go without, she made sure that everyone else had, if that makes sense. I actually, when I say I don't mean a caretaker, I'm actually seeing not a uniform as such, but like like an overall when someone works in like a care home or something, that sort of thing, or like a hairdresser's overall thing, that sort of thing. So that maybe did go into her work at some point, that she was a carer at some point in her life. But I don't feel that was her life's mission. I don't feel like that was her job over the years. Does that make any more sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Come on, separate. Right. She's given me toffee, and she's given me homemade toffee. But I'm talking about brittle toffee. I'm not talking about fudge or anything or Scottish tablet. I'm talking about hard molasses, like boiled up sugar, and make it into hard toffee brittle. Does that separate anyone?
Treated toffee.
Okay, there's two still saying, right? Okay. Right. Right. This lady has given me a memory of someone on a bike. Someone's on a push bike. Okay. There's a. She's also given me a memory of a wishing well. A wishing well, where you put a penny or something in a wishing well. Okay, it's like you're throwing a, I don't know, a bit of silver or whatever in a wishing well. So there's a memory around a wishing well. There's a memory around. Okay, right. And again, she's making me aware of how she was, and she would give you the world if she could. She's like she's showing me the tarot card with the world in his hand. I think it's the Two of Wands, if my memory serves me correctly. And it's like he's standing there with the world in his hands, and she would give you the world if she could. This is the kind of woman that she was. Okay, come on, give me something that's to separate, please. Does anyone have a Dutch clog? There's like a wooden clog. Now, I don't know if anyone's wearing them or if it's just an individual ornament of a wooden clog.
I've got a wooden clog, and I've got Lancashire clogs that I was bought as a...
I wouldn't know what a Lancashire clog was, Carol, to be perfectly honest. All I know is, as I say, it's like a Dutch clog.
And I've got a pair of Dutch clog. Like, it was a brooch.
Okay. Okay, right.
She went to Holland. That's the only time she went abroad. She went to Holland.
Okay. Well, as I say, it's a pair of Dutch clogs. It's one Dutch clog, and it's got, as I say, it's the clog, and it's got like a red pattern on the front of the clog, over the foot part. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so this lady is talking about. She's talking about vibrations, and I don't quite know why, to be perfectly honest with you. But she's talking about. She's given me the word good vibrations. You know, if the song, is it the Hollies or someone like that? She's given me good Beach Boys, is it? She's given me the song good vibrations, and she gave me the word vibrations. So that's the word that she's trying to get across. And she's talking about the vibrations of something around you at the moment. There's something going on around you, and the vibrations of something going on is very low, and you need to up your vibration. To be perfectly honest, I'm not getting what, and that's being truthful, I'm not getting what she's meaning by that, unless that song means anything to anyone. Good vibrations.
I understand the vibration.
You understand the vibrations? Okay, right. Let's have a look and see what she's talking about then. Okay. I'm going to go back to the vibrations, Carol, because I don't know. She's talking about you or someone around you. The vibrations are very low at the moment. They're not talking about their problems. They're not talking about. Could it be? I feel it's like someone in your house, but I don't feel it's you. So could it be your husband who's not? He's not telling you what there's problems going on in his head, but he's not sharing his problems with you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I just feel that I'm being told here that you need to listen to him and sit down and not say a word. You just got to let him know that you are there to listen to him, because it's not that he's keeping something from you. That sounds awful, but he's keeping his feelings and his emotions to himself at the moment, because he doesn't feel that he's being heard. Does that make sense? And I just feel that you're being told just to let him know that you are there, and that's all you need to say. Does that make sense? It's like he's not saying how he's feeling, and he's not. It's like this last wee while he's suddenly, I won't say down into depression, but he's certainly not where he was before.
Worry.
Yeah, he needs to share that worry with you, but he feels like he can't at the same time, and he doesn't like to. Does that make sense? Okay, well that's basically your message, Carol. It's like just allow him to. You be his shoulder for a while, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, right. Well, okay. As long as you understand it, that's what they're there to say, basically. So I'll leave their love with you, and thank you again for working with me. Okie doke. Wow, I'm hot.
Bless you. Emma, we will carry you over to next time.
I'm so sorry.
I just want to, bless you. It's a day for it, I tell you, because I just want to make a quick acknowledgement. I was unable to bring the messages up on the screen for some reason. I have just dived over on Facebook and sent a message to this person. I think Carol was being used to get a message to someone at home as well, because I think there was a double link there, because Donna Laws was able to take everything as well in the same way as Carol. So I think you had a double link there, and Carol was being made use of to get a message to Donna.
Okay.
So take it as I've seen it happen before, Donna. The delay on Facebook is so terrible that half of your messages came up halfway through. So I've sent you a message to explain that, but just to say so as well. Donna, please take your mum's love with you as well, because although I haven't seen anything about the conclusion, I've got a funny feeling it will make sense to you. So can I just say a huge well done to Sarah for, there we go. We've got an understanding. It won't come up. And every time I try and click it, it wants me to cancel people and block them. So I'm not going to do that. But can I just say a huge thank you, Sarah, for a wonderful, wonderful demonstration. Just after we lost Joy, she sent a message in private chat as well, saying very emotional, thank you, Sarah, bang on. We heard that she got it, but she couldn't hear us hearing it. So and if yes, Donna, if you want to be on the list for next month and actually come on the screen, just get in touch. I'll pass your details over to Kaza, and you can be put on the list as well. And anyone watching, actually, if you want to be on for the next month, then please do. In actual fact, there isn't one in July, but there will be 2 in August to make up for it. And one of them is the lovely Matthew Stapley, all the way from Canada. So that's I love Matthew. He has got a voice of an angel. You know, I remember listening to a voice chat from him while I was on my lunch break at work one day, and everyone was cooing and melting. So it's worth watching just to listen to the wonderful sound of his voice, as well as his excellent mediumship. So can I also just say personally from me, Sarah, thank you. If you stick around, I'll show you some pictures. So beautiful. Thank you, Sarah, from all of us, both at home and here, and me personally. Well done, mate. God bless you.
Thank you.
And so we are going to bring this service to an... Oh, you got another... Oh, it's worked this time. Ruthie, you're lucky. Oh, no, it's coming. I've got to get rid of it quickly because it's coming up with the, do you want to block this person? Ruthie Johnson's another name put forward for next time. So thank you all. Let's close this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Divine Universal Source, we thank you. We thank you for our time together. We thank you for the upliftment, the joy, the memory, the connection, and the love from Spirit. And we thank you for the guidance, the direction, the wisdom, and the occasional kick we need when life gets tough. And so as we go out into the world, let us take with us that message of joy and hope. But also, Great Spirit, let us be beacons of light, of hope, and stability in troubled times. And let us never give an inch. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. No, I definitely wouldn't dare block you, Ruthie, darling. And I will just say I saw your messages earlier, and you are already, while I was in the background, you are in my healing book from the other day. But Mum told me I got to do it again, so I have done. Bless you all. Thank you. Thank you all for coming on. We will see you online. Please, God, on a Thursday night. Literally, please, God, help me. On a Thursday night in July. And we will definitely see you twice in August for the online services on a Sunday. So God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, do stay around. But for all of you at home, we're going to say goodbye, God bless, well done. And Donna's going to send some Reiki as well. God bless you all. See you soon.